What the fuck is this? Let's just go through all the VTube studio backgrounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, pink, peaceful park. You have selected Spout 2 input background. Let's you set Spout 2 video sources as a background. Using this, you can stream videos directly into VTube Studio. For example, from OBS. Be extremely careful when using this. It will instantly show Spout 2 video stream when you click it in the list. Good to know. 1-1 Matsuri. That's definitely a 1-1. Bubble bath. Fruit festival. I have to thank Jem for making pudding a thing. It's kind of scary how pudding is a thing. Squares. Cookie. And now color picker. Transparent and capture. Oop, there we go. Evening. Boost your mic. Mic is boosted. I can only shove the microphone so much in my face. It would help if I were to pop out chat so I can see it in the dock. I have real no plan. A lot of game news as of late. I'm going to cover that tomorrow on a regular scheduled news stream. I only got into the Bong stream towards the end there. The VTuber drama scene does not interest me as it once did. And I know WikiDog is worried that Pippa will stream tonight and then people will be streaming against her. But it looks like Sakana has her running around all over creation. And Pippa has become the guru of face. Pippa has always been the guru of face connect and stuff, but now it's kind of more literal in that it's like, okay, you're the most popular one. We're gonna have to get you to run around and do all these sponsorships and bullshit because we all heard the having to ship down Moomy to babysit Pippa while she gets her passport thing. That that was funny. My brain is full of fuck right now. My sleep schedule is out the window. Coming down with an ear and throat infection. Spent most of today sleeping. I'm still all discombobulated. See if Jim has woken up since the last post. Nope. Last post was about the commuting blockades. Jim has gone back into hibernation. Scroll through my news Twitter feed. Turn off text. Window capture small. Resize model. Boop. I do have a lot of news articles lined up, but that's for tomorrow. Keep an eye on Discord. See if anyone wants to call in. Keep keep Grandpa company. Wizarding World Drag Brunch. Wizarding World of Harry Potter Drag Brunch at Dock Street Brewery. I can't even pretend to be surprised anymore. Meg's gonna nog. What the fuck is with this walkway? Why do you have what? Excuse your reveal selection process for Trump hush money trial. I'll have prior opinions. The devil, you say? Ugh. Also, ugh. Heroic students in Payson, Utah, walk out in protest over furry classmates who they say bite kids' ankles and place litter boxes in the school's bathroom. I swear this has happened before. Brazilian woman arrested after wheeling elderly man's corpse into bank to co-sign a loan for her. The fuck? Probably keep an eye on YouTube, see if Pippa comes in. Ooh, new Lewis video. Gonna have to watch that later. Did I miss anything? Nope. I assume that you are Blob. Turns out anti racists are oftentimes most racist. No, really? The devil, you say? And if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, feel free to call in or even type in chat. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers at this point. Otherwise, I'm just going to be scrolling through my feed. There's 26 of you. Someone should be brave and pipe up. Oh, fuck off. I agree with Clown World, never heard of her. Molly Ringwald criticizes her 80s movies as really white. Really very white. Calls for any remakes to be more diverse. I mean, I can for like 20, 25 minutes. Yeah. If you're not up for it, yeah, just take it easy there, Dazzle. Take it easy. Oh, fuck up, Bragger. I can call in for 15-minute max. Nah, you guys do you. If you can't, you can. If you can't, you can't. That's fine. Although, if you do end up in the waiting room, yell at me. The mic doesn't work instantly. I give up. Hello, Dazzle.
Hello, old man.
How are you today?
Not drunk.
Progress.
Yay. Right, anyway, what else? I don't really have anything to talk about, actually. Like,
That's
at
what
least
this
not
is for.
much.
This is what this is for. Is just hanging out.
Yeah, sure.
So, how was your day today?
I just woke up.
How do you think your night's gonna go?
Like usual, let's take what? Wednesday? Wednesday, I think.
What are days even?
I mean, to an old person like you who already seen it all, probably like nothing at all, but to me, opportunities or something. I don't know. I just fucking it's like right now I just started like learning how to draw and I'm on day what is it? Day 46? Day 47 of drawing.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean I just stated that it's day 47 of drawing and that's basically it.
You need to do some collabs with M.
I don't I can't. I don't think I can. I mean she's been supportive at like, in her own way. Well, I don't think I'm not her level yet.
I don't know. Anytime they have a whiteboard going on Proctor's server, I'll bounce in to see what's going on. And it's like, you guys seem to have fun.
Yeah, except I'm not on Proctor server still.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
For a magical time. Seems to be today in the news. Racism seems to be the word of the day.
Racism is always the word of the day. The word of the day. Like,
More so than usual.
how is it more so than usual? They've been fucking saying the same shit over and over again every single day. It's like feeble attempt to like divide your nation into racists and non-racists. Because segregation by color is not like in fashion anymore. So instead they segregate by belief.
I know. I've always subscribed to the notion of equal but separate. You know, like that Boondocks episode of White Heaven. That resonates with reality.
I mean, yeah, honestly, you can't really be, you can't really give everyone same rights, and you can give everyone same opportunities, but you can't expect people to act differently just by their nurture. You know, culture
Uh,
still like plays a large role in everyone's behavior, and you can't expect people to just start like acting like white person like they do.
that's racist. And Porian,
That's not racist. Everyone expects people to like just be like white people. Like especially like white liberal people.
yes, that's what we need. A world full of Karens.
Exactly. That's what they need. They don't need you.
I don't think
Whoever you are, if you're like if you're like a Spanish person and you subscribe to a different belief than a white liberal person, you are out. If you're a black person who doesn't subscribe to white liberal person's beliefs, you are a race traitor. Like literally, that's what's happening every single day.
speaking of race trader, I don't think Porian's microphone's working again.
No, I'm
Good.
just being quiet. I'm letting Count Dracula speak.
Okay, just checking, just checking.
What did he say?
Okay,
Ah, I'm sorry.
you can actually hear me and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, I only had one quick thing because I thought you were going to do news today.
News is tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's not really news. It's just like a funny article. Now I'm warning you. This is a Sankaku complex article, so you might need to crop the screen if you don't want to get banned.
I don't care.
Okay, I'm going to post it in stream
Oh,
chat
post it wherever.
because I actually did an archive link, so that there's slightly less anime titty on the archive link.
Old man uninjured after being stabbed repeatedly in back and stomach.
It is
This is
so fucking funny. The comments from Japanese netizens are so fucking great.
no injuries. Who the hell is this Oji-san? It says was stabbed multiple times, didn't get hurt. Hint: 81-year-old man was bald. Damn, that's scary. Never mind. Oji-san's the strongest. What kind of beast is he? Not taking any damage. They have a phone book attached to his stomach and back. He was stabbed multiple times and not injured. Wonder if this man visiting outside the prefecture was wearing chainmail. The attacker must have had some shitty aim, right? How come there's no injuries after being stabbed multiple times? He always wearing blade-proof vest. What do you mean no damage even though he was stabbed multiple times? Euro Hanma. Difference between strongman 81 and unemployed weak man 42. It was an after image. Orochi Topo. Did he stop with his muscles?
I fucking love the difference between a strong man, 81, and an unemployed weak man, 42.
Well, I did
Didn't
have
know
a.
if it qualified as news, so I was like,
Well,
am I gonna post this at news?
well,
Sankaku Complex, #1 news site,
Well, I do have a couple
Eh,
articles lined up about that preacher who got stabbed by the from the kid of Religion and Peace.
Oh yeah, but don't you know he was an anti-vaxxer, so maybe he deserved to get stabbed.
I'm just still kind of chuckling at the Guardian one of like allegedly stabbed. It's like motherfucker, that was live stream.
Yeah, and like I thought he'd be brown enough to like get
Yeah,
away with it because you know he's Syrian after all.
who
I
fucking
mean,
knows?
I don't think I don't think brown people are like I don't think brown. Give me a second. I need to actually collect my thoughts. I don't think brown people are now like special case and exempt from punishment after whatever is happening in fucking Israel. You know.
Yeah, but that, I mean, sure. I think the anti-vax stuff pushed it over the edge because it was so. They were like, oh, he's a famous anti-vaxxer.
So
I
what?
don't know, man.
So what? Someone sent a brown person to like stab an anti-vax or something? You're saying?
Oh, I'll pull up the thingamahoos. Let's see, news links.
I mean, the funny part is that what did they do? They held the guy who did the stabbing down and cut off his fingers.
Based? Huh? Based? Huh?
Yeah, it was
I
like a
mean,
really. I mean, it was like the best way for a stabbing to end. Honestly, is the stabber becoming the stab-e, of course. But
I must be blind looking at my own articles. Okay, yeah. So there's the Guardian one. Yeah, so Guardian Luke critically reports that an Orthodox bishop was allegedly stabbed, and you see in the fucking screen cap, it's just like, you know, a buddy going full Allahu Akbar.
الدرسن تخوى اشقيلو قم ترشاو
allegedly stabbed. I mean, I haven't seen no stab wound, I guess. Allegedly stabbed.
Allegedly.
What do you think?
Fucking hell.
I think that's not allegedly.
That's the joke of the mainstream media running interference for the chosen people. Oh god.
Is this what happens in mainstream media? Huh?
Where have you been the last decade?
In Russia. Where do you think I am?
I know. Oh god.
We don't have alleged stabbings with people actually getting stab wounds.
Yeah, but we can't have bad press from the religion of peace. That's just not how it flies.
I mean, we have bad press about everyone. I mean, because we practice actual multiculturalism, like unlike you, who practice like Jewish bullshit.
Yeah, it's past 9. Pippa streaming tonight. Is WikiDog looking at that rope? I see no Pippa. WikiDog in shambles.
What's up with that anyway?
I'm pretty sure. Pippa not streaming is because Sakana has her running running around for behind the scenes crap.
Great. That's cool.
isn't the rat that they're going to Japan soon? Everyone.
I thought she was going to Japan, no?
No, she hasn't been to Japan yet because she didn't have her passport, and now she has her passport, and they pretty much flat out said they're doing something in Japan. So whether or not she's in Japan right now, couldn't tell you.
I need. Shit.
I got stuck reading Sankaku Complex. And apparently, Nico Nico Doga has finally started offering 720p for all viewers.
Oh, fuck yeah! I can
Nice.
finally see. I can finally look up Japanese memes about like Tuhu or something. Inglorious 720p.
That is amazing. It's finally the year 2010 for Nico Nico Doga.
Truly, we're living in the modern age.
Yeah. I like that. Despite its many shortcomings, Nico Nico Doga still persevered against YouTube early on due to its many subculture communities, such as the Vocaloid community. However, as its biggest stars branched out to YouTube, including top Let's Players in Japan, the site began to lose market share. Some fringe communities continued to hang on, such as the Automad community and the gay porn meme community.
Eh,
That is a strange way to describe Gachimuchi.
I mean, it's not gay porn.
I mean, yeah,
It is my-
it is a gay porn meme community, but that's a really funny way to describe it.
At least they're being
Definitely.
honest.
I mean, I think if you're on Sankaku Complex, I think you know what Gachimuchi is. Just a guess.
I'm kind of scared now. I want to see what articles they have going on in Senkaku Complex now.
I mean, I sort of admire their attempt to get nudity into every article, no matter what it is. It's kind of impressive in a way.
What? Aren't your pictures in like Nico Doga like fucking article? Fuck, wait.
All I see is
Nick-
tits.
Yep, that's Sankaku Complex.
Give me a second. I need to
I know
see this.
I know I haven't been here in forever, but this is just. Am I on the right
Yep,
side?
It's just a it's just a porn site.
It's just porn.
Then
It's all just porn.
You know what someone should do a stream about? They should do a
Gaku.
stream about reading Sankaku Complex comments, because the commenters are fucking insane, like legitimate
Gaku
bizarre schizophrenics.
Complex.
Well, it's kind of like Senkaku Complex right now is like I read Playboy for the articles. That's Senkaku Complex right now.
Yeah,
Right.
I read Sankaku Complex for the tentacles.
Let's see. Ah, it's actual porn.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah, it's just straight porn.
indeed. I also enjoy that they do like a censor
let's-
filter
yeah.
if you're not logged in, but somehow it just turned off for me. I'm not logged in or anything. Like, oh yeah, nice. No, I mean, not that Sankaku Complex is ever safe for work, but still.
Yeah, playing with fire, that one.
I do admit I like old Sankaku Complex articles where they would just, I mean, it's the like lowest form of content ever, but they would just like gather screenshots from Knee channel when they did like a Photoshop contest and stuff over there. I love watching those. They were so fun.
Surely we have peaked as a species given the content on Senkaku Complex.
Yeah. Sankaku Complex was I think Sankaku Complex is the place on the internet with most mentions of Gamergate.
Sankaku Complex is some place on the internet.
As far as most mentions of Gamergate, that's a hard sell given that Kotaku exists.
I
Exactly.
swear to God, every game article is like, oh my God, these fucking SJWs are ruining our titty games. They find a way to get Gamergate into everything.
It's
I know,
literally
it's a
just
funny.
it's literally just the other side of the coin of Kotaku. It's like
It's a really that's a good way of putting it.
yeah,
Except with porn, I guess. Rip.
This is the most ANCAP website on the entire internet.
I don't see it pushing crypto yet, so maybe not.
Mhm.
You may also like Caramel Elf makes her sexy debut in Netflix Bastard anime. You told bastard. Are they paid for this?
Yeah. I mean, this is a weird site. They do. I mean, unironically, one reason to read Sankaku Complex is the articles, because the fucking news articles, they get all this the like funny Japanese news, like man arrested for putting his semen into coworker's honey.
Huh? Huh?
Yep, I even remember this one. Some guy jerked off into his coworker's honey
Disgruntled
she had
worker
for
burns
sandwiches.
down dormitory over abysmal living conditions.
I am in
For-
awe. Utter awe.
A deranged man was arrested after posting incriminating images on X showing him mixing his semen into his coworker's bottle of honey and also sneaking photos of women on the streets. The man posted evidence of his crimes on his X account, which was documented by several users determined to expose the degenerate. The evidence included videos of the culprit sneaking into the women's restroom and ejaculating into a trash bin before also ejaculating into a coworker's bottle of honey.
Oh god! Anyway, holy shit, worse to live in excusable and torturous conditions. A construction company worker has no choice but to burn down the apartment being used as company's dormitory as he learned his room in the building has no television. Huh?
It just doesn't stop.
I mean, like this is hard-hitting journalism right here.
Real estate company apologizes for sexualized ads. I'm almost scared. New
We apologize.
issued apology on special account after company was criticized by people for sexual advertisements being too inappropriate and practically sexual harassment. Okay.
We're sorry,
I
we're sorry we didn't go too hard.
I mean, if you like run out of real news articles, I can actually recommend like getting some of the weird Japanese stuff from Sankaku Complex, because they have some hilarious stuff, like like the one, but this was super funny. Nagasaki locals on Gandhi statue gifted from India, but why?
That's a very good question, but why? Why
I'm
would
actually
you?
going to link that one because it's so funny. It's like, but why? I mean, it isn't a real head scratcher. Like, there's no sense to it. I know some people speculated that the Indians were actually making a fucking civilization meme because they gifted it to Nagasaki that got nuked, and Gandhi and the nukes of civilization.
Oh God, I almost forgot about that. Oh my God, that just makes it all the more funny.
Yeah, that's one of the speculation, because there was no reason that they would, because last year they donated another fucking Gandhi statue to Hiroshima.
Oh.
This has to be one giant shit post. It has to be. It fucking has to be.
I mean, this
Interesting.
is like the funniest thing an Indian has ever done, if that's the case.
I
It's
take
like
back all my
such
street
good.
shooter jokes if that's the case.
Ah,
this-
holy shit! Sankaku Complex / random works. Wow.
Yeah, they have a fucking.
You
I
can
think they have a
randomize.
Shan board as well. You can go to.
Wait, you can probably make a fucking ping out of it just by selecting random articles and like checking boxes.
I mean, yeah, if you filter out, yeah. I mean, half of it will be porn, but
Random boobs guy, perverted art pushing boundaries. Alright, that's okay. Maybe it's something. Let's go for another random article.
It's certainly
yeah.
something, all right.
I mean, this one is super funny. Okinawa music composer arrested after
Ah,
sending
come on.
rival marijuana.
Oh yeah,
was like-
because they're
Yeah.
totally up their ass when it comes to the drugs over there, right?
Yes, he tried to fucking destroy his competitor by sending him by like staging him buying marijuana, and it's like conspiring to import 0.99 grams of marijuana. Oh my god, almost an entire gram. Dude, holy shit.
Male worker sent to HR for sexual harassment for using heart reacts.
Huh?
What? Like, what?
What was he supposed to use? The fucking sweat emoji? Like, wow.
I don't fucking know.
He was trying to be polite.
Polly Trober arrested after calling Cabini to apologize.
Mother arrested for stabbing disobedient daughter. Hag love, I guess.
Taste? Huh?
Oh my god. A 49-year-old mother was arrested for stabbing and injuring her 9-year-old daughter with a kitchen knife because she was being disobedient and wasn't listening. Oh my god. My child wasn't listening, so I got angry with her. Wow.
Jump cut sentences. Kyoto animation arsonist to death.
Yeah. Yeah, there was also a really hilarious recent thing where
To death after 2019 attack on a studio that took lives of 36 people. Ah, wait, that's actually dark. No, fuck that.
yeah, and there was like recently a couple of death row prisoners in Japan contacted like the Justice Department or whatever and went like, oh, can we get informed, less than 2 hours before we're executed? And the Department of Justice just went, no, we don't inform you that you're going to get killed. Before they like wait to inform them that they're going to get killed so that they
Well,
don't commit suicide. Like the execution itself is so important. It's like, oh, we can't have our prisoners committing suicide beforehand. We have to surprise execute them.
I mean, it's still better than whatever USA does for this. Literally locking
Yeah,
up
of
people for
course.
20 years and then just, telling them, and then they already like basically just vegetables as people that they're going to die in a month. So they can literally shed like the rest of their humanity.
And Japan is really old school with executions as well because they wait until there's like a government scandal or like there's a big company scandal or something, and then they execute a criminal. So people are distracted by the execution from the scandal going on.
Ah, that's based.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's a really it's a good and fun way to execute people. Because if it's not fun, what's the point?
Yeah, I'm comforted that in Japan I will die just so some corporate crook can get away with touching children or something.
Yeah, that's what executions are for. You have to get some good publicity to quench the bad publicity.
K-pop idol apologizes for enjoying Coca-Cola. What?
Huh.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't understand that one, honestly. I don't know if it's that fucking Israel boycott stuff or something, because Korea shifts
I don't
widely
know.
between being super conservative and super liberal.
Maybe it's a Japan versus Korea thing.
I don't know.
She clearly should have fucking drunk Samsung Cola instead of this Western bullshit.
Yeah, I just read the article. It is over the Palestine-Israel boycott crap nonsense. So that's what that was.
I know
They're in
that,
fucking Korea.
yeah,
They're
but
farthest, like, they're as far away from fucking Palestine as America is.
yeah,
I
but
guess
you know how like fucking like super liberal, worthless little girls are like K-pop fans in the U.S. and the West and whatever. Probably same in Russia, but by the way,
Yeah, you
it's
probably
the same. It's the same in Korea. Like they're like K-pop fans are like super liberal, love fucking Palestine, everything like that.
Well,
you need to get rid of them.
You have to remember that South Korea also had the feminist cult in the power in government for like the longest time. So
an actual fucking witch cult, fucking Wiccans ruling a country.
Death to America.
In Korea.
Probably both. Why not? I can take both.
I mean, I'm always with my boy Kim Jong Un. You know, I know which Korea I support.
Actually, I watched a documentary the other night of the Kim family and stuff, and I never really noticed this dynamic, but it's really true. In that he is trying to play the nice leader, and his sister, he's the good cop, and his sister is the bad cop. That's the dynamic North Korea has on the go right now, and I did not see it until until it got pointed out to me. I'm like, oh my god, that's literally the case. It's good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, it's a family business.
I mean, it's literally a mob. So yeah.
It's almost like they're dynastic, you know.
Like a kingdom or something. Very strange.
Yeah, funny how that works. Yeah, the more of these Senkaku complex titles I see, the more I wonder whether or not the Demon Core should have gone ahead with its original purpose.
Yeah, it's sort of. It's I get it's sort of strange that it's like it's so fucking porny everything.
Well, no, it makes sense because they are socially and uptight, like repressed, like
I mean, Sankaku Complex is an American.
of course, anything that's underneath there, of course, is just like ready to boil over and just like fucking degenerate.
Yeah, but I mean, Sankaku Complex is an American site. That's what I mean.
I know, but they're reporting on stuff coming out of Japan and stuff, so shit rolls downhill.
Yeah, but I'm more commenting on like how porn sick Sankaku Complex is. It's like you're walking in on someone's fucking 16-hour goon sesh whenever you look at the articles here. It's like, wow. Could you decrease the porn with like 25% or something?
What are you, a pussy?
I mean,
look at boobs like everyone, every single other like normal Western person, idiot.
I mean, these aren't
Sonic the
even that.
Hedgehog spin-off Knuckles live action series revealed. Oh no.
Okay, I do not want to
Live
see
action?
Sonic live action.
Live action.
Why?
I do not want to see that.
Oh, I also related to that. There, apparently Keanu Reeves is going to voice Shadow in the next Sonic movie.
Yeah, but that's because they want Shadow to do John Wick stuff. I swear, he's 100% gonna do like tactical pistol shooting.
That's going to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Like I'm super excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Completely unironically, I actually love the the first two movies.
I mean, I can't blame you. They're good.
I mean, they did the fucking reveal of Shadow in the end of the second movie. I was that was the closest I've ever been to being an American and like standing up and clapping in the theater.
Yeah, I saw it. I know you mean Keanu Reeves will voice Shadow Hedgehog in third Sonic movie and potentially massive casting for memes, of course. Yeah, of course, everyone's just like, yeah, John Wick Shadow, yeah. So
I mean, it sort of makes sense.
It's good. It's fine.
They might be also doing like a little bit of like racial cred because Keanu is like what, fourth Japanese or something.
I know Keanu's a mutt, but he got all the good genes.
I don't think I don't think Asians actually count as like racial cred. So
especially not Japanese. I think the Japanese are like officially white at this point.
Honorary Aryans.
That is true. That is true, though. That's great. I approve. Did you ever see the Dracula with Keanu Reeves?
I did.
Because that is the worst accent anyone has ever put on in a film, I think.
My God, he was putting on an accent?
Yeah, he's putting on a British accent, which he can't do despite, I think his mom is English, and he can't do a British accent at all.
And I know. The only Dracula that will ever exist for me is either fucking Christopher Lee or or Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen was a Dracula?
Dead and loving it.
Yeah,
I'll pull it up.
They were all called all of Mel Brooks films was Springtime 4. here in Sweden. So like it was springtime for Hitler, springtime for Dracula, springtime for Frankenstein, like all of those. But they were actually good.
Springtime for Hitler?
Yeah.
It's an old Mel Brooks joke. It's very much the plot line for the producers.
Ah, sorry.
I think how is it called in English? Young Frankenstein? I think that was the best one.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein. I like Young Frankenstein more than Blazing Saddles, and that's saying something.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles has some like really great scenes, but I think Frankenstein is like funnier overall.
Oh God, yes.
What is the saloon scene in Blazing Saddles is really great, where like, everyone is fighting each other. It's like 40 people just throwing each other over tables and shit.
And my favorite scene will be Bart in Blazing Saddles, bar none, is the old lady. It's like, up yours, nigger. And then the cut to the next
Of course.
cut to the next scene where the sheriff's all like despondent, and then Gene Wilder's just like, what were you expecting? It's like, nice job, Sonny. Here's a pie. Here's my granddaughter's hand in marriage. You know, they're simple folk. You know, idiots.
How did I draw?
I don't think I could ever get into the History of the World Part 1. It had a bunch of good gags in it, but as far as an overall movie,
Don't know if I even watched that.
I watched all Mel Brooks movies religiously.
Oh, have you watched? There's one really obscure Swedish movie that Mel Brooks is in for one scene where he's being hunted by one of the German terrorists from Die Hard. And he's like 91 in that, I think.
Is this a recent thing?
No, that's from 2000, I think.
Damn.
And it's also the last film that, like chronologically, that Brandon Lee was in as well.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah, I watched that specifically because of the Brandon Lee thing. Yep. I know the one you're talking about now.
Sex, lögner och videovåld.
Okay, I got it. Holy shit, I got it. Alright, great. I fucking hate drawing. Holy shit.
Entrepreneur. Japan is losing tax money because of mosaics in the AV. Get rid of them.
Huh?
That is so good. I mean, it's true. Honestly, probably. He's probably right, but it's a really funny statement to make.
It's too bad Hail Honey, I'm Home never came to be. This is true.
Yeah, like the fucking prototype for the sitcom, yeah.
I think
Was that what?
No, I think I think they made as far. I think they actually did make a pilot, if I remember right. I do specifically remember they did make a pilot for Hi Honey, I'm Home and stuff.
Yeah, because
but
I
no,
think I've seen the pilot. They like made a half-hour pilot or something.
yeah, I saw that too. But they fished it around, and no one would buy it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't it made like in the early mid-70s when like the Holocaust? Look that search term up on Google Terms if you want to. Holocaust appears like 70. So it was probably not the climate for it, I'm gonna guess.
Well, you have to remember the 70s was a magical time where Nazis were still alive, and you could. I forget who it was.
I mean, Nazis are still alive right now, so
You know what I mean. They weren't balls old then, but the 70s were a magical time where I forget which. Yeah, I remember watching a documentary where Nazi fans would invite like ex-SS officers for like like LSD parties and shit like that. There, it was fucking a wild time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the we had like officially, I think like 70 to 100 SS volunteers, and I think like 20 of them are like actually famous afterwards. Like one of the biggest comic book artists of the 50s and 60s was an SS volunteer, for example.
Yeah, makes sense.
Who exactly?
I'm gonna this name. I know. I'm gonna check the comic book he wrote. I remember that one.
Well, if I were to look up Comic Nazi, I'm pretty sure I'd be getting characters, not actual creators. So that'd be like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, they'll probably show you like that red-faced guy or something. How's he called?
Let's see. XSS episode.
Vad heter han igen?
Oops.
Yeah, I'm getting articles for like the ex-CIA officer becoming a comic book writer, but I'm not seeing the Nazi one.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing.
I'm
Fuck
gonna have to.
CIA.
I'm trying to remember what it is. Är det Åsa Nisse? I think this is the one. Åsa Nisse.
Like, consider this.
Yep.
There are only like two organizations in this world that practiced eugenics. CIA, FBI. Well, all right, maybe three. CIA, FBI, and Nazi Germany.
Or
Ah,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is still the CIA. What do you mean?
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Are social democrats as well. We sterilized the prostitutes and the drunks and the laps.
And blacks, especially.
But we didn't have any, so we didn't need to sterilize them.
Well,
Truly, old for Sweden was the promised land.
There is a really famous article during the war because a count had his black servant got scared during a bombing and ran out in the streets. So there became a panic because people thought the Americans were invading because a black man was running in the streets, and the count chased after him with his shotgun, trying to get him back to his mansion. So there's like the headlines are like count shoots Negro.
I shouldn't laugh at this. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna laugh
it's
at it.
super
It's
funny.
fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's super funny. Also, if you want to know the artist, since you were interested, I don't think this is in English. This is only in Swedish, but you can see the name.
Whatever,
here.
it's fine.
Yeah, but I'm gonna send it because Dazzle wanted to know.
Stig
Cederholm.
Excuse me, I wanted to know something.
And he also fought in the Spanish Civil War at Franco's
Stig
side.
what did you... Wait, give me a second. It's like funny language. I need to translate to Russian.
Yes, born 21st January.
There's nothing in Russian. Alright, Ian?
Okay, yeah, he was a volunteer in the Waffen SS. So
yep,
that makes it so much better.
And for Francisco Franco.
Of fucking course.
Okay. Yeah.
This is, and it was also a secret until the 90s, but people who knew him knew, of course.
Well, it's kind of one of those things that you can't exactly keep on the down low.
Oh, he was. It wasn't close friends, but my granddad knew him.
You know that guy that shot the Negro? My grandpa knew it.
That was my grandpa. No, I'm not nobility. So.
They're fooling me. They're Mr. King of Hyrule.
No, you don't have to be born into nobility.
You said I'm not a nobility, as if that's like, you know.
I've actually found the.
As I'm being a nobility,
save this image. This is a certified Sweden classic.
when I hear certified Swedish classic, my immediate mental conjuration is
fucking ABBA.
oppressing all the surrounding countries.
Well, they were asking for it.
You know,
That's
why I
in
beat you.
general, it's a murder today on Östermalm. Count shot Negro with hunting rifle. Surreal.
Yeah, this is one of the things that proves the point I usually try to make of reality is always going to be way more entertaining than fiction.
Yeah, it's like a it's a hilarious one. It's one of those headlines that sounds like it's like really local, but nope, big city and everything.
I don't know. It's kind of one of those funny little things. Like I grew up in a small French fishing village and stuff, and I remember literally the day we got the first black person.
You're
in town.
French?
Yeah, I'm French. And I remember the first day we got the first black family in town because we imported a kid to play on our hockey team, and you know him and his family were blacks, and so that was kind of like a red letter day, and everyone was just like, "Ooh, black person."
So did they did they forget that it's like football and basketball that they do well and not hockey?
I actually
It's
went
probably
to one. I actually went to one of his games. He was actually pretty good. So
Okay.
I don't know.
probably black Canadian.
Yep. Even if
I mean,
even if we import
Knew
you,
it.
the instant you set foot on Canadian soil, you immediately become proficient and good at hockey.
You're French Canadian.
You're not going to be able to get past this, are you?
Yes.
I thought the Russians liked the French generally.
No one likes the French, man. The French don't even like the French.
I mean, I can't blame them. It's still.
There's a reason why I don't talk French because it's a fucking screwed up language. I haven't spoken decent French in like 20 years. It's like rotted all to hell.
I remember we had a French teacher who, of course, taught French at my middle school. And we mocked how she spoke Swedish, and she started crying. So we had to stop. We got told by the principal.
Based,
Okay,
huh?
that's fucking hilarious. Speak French right now, Zen.
You know
No.
what she sounded like? She sounded exactly like remember fucking JFKRP? His
Yeah.
wife, his third wife. She sounded exactly like his third wife. She actually looked like his third wife as well.
I have an uprising in my Discord right now. People want me to talk French, and I'm gonna be like, no.
Talk French, idiot. That's it. That's it.
Je
You
m'appelle
alright,
Pa-
genius out of the box. Talk French or die.
je m'appelle Porian. Voulez-vous? That's about all French I know. I took German.
Now, the most French I've spoken in like the last decade or so was whenever I had to deal with the Quebecer drillers.
Excuses. Do it.
Oh, you have a term for is Quebec driller like oil driller in Canada?
No, we don't have a specific term for them, but we do have a running joke in that the only thing that keeps the Quebecer going is coffee, a cigarette. No, wait, coffee, cigarette, Joe Louis, and a Pepsi. Give them one or two of these things, and you have a friend for life.
I've heard that the only attractive women in Canada are Quebecois women. Is this true?
No, it's not that they're attractive; is that they're literal whores.
I see. Well,
They're-
aren't they descended from the Filles des Rois, the fucking prostitutes King Louis rounded up and sent to the colonies?
Pretty much. Like I will disavow the entirety of Quebec, like considering I'm Acadian, so like I don't associate with those French.
You know, being French and then hating another region of France just makes you more French.
Exactly.
Well, this is true. Like actually, one of my exes was ethnically a Basque French girl, and we got along just fine.
I wonder if there is something. I wonder if there is something to that, like Acadians are descended from another region of France than Quebecois are.
Well, it's the Acadian history when it comes to France. It wasn't necessarily like a region thing, because the reason why Acadians got kicked out of France is because they were Catholic after the Reformation, or Schism, I should say.
Yeah, with fucking
Or Reformation, at least.
King Henry the Protestant.
Yeah, because long story short is we got kicked out of France for being Catholic, and then we got kicked out of Canada for being French after the French-English War. Good times. Has anyone met a Cajun person? Hey, they are the dumbest fuckers I've ever met. I have yet to actually meet a Cajun person. That's kind of one of my bucket lists, is maybe go down to Louisiana and just see my cousins, as it were.
But you yourself isn't a Cajun.
I myself am not Cajun. Cajuns are okay. After the French-English War, pretty much all French people, mostly Acadians, got rounded up by the English and shipped off all over the place. And one of the major landing points during the deportation was Louisiana, and that's how we end up with Cajuns.
Wow. Okay. Imagine being so bad you get sent to the fucking crocodile land.
Well, I think I forget my timeline, but I think Louisiana was still a French colony at that point. I don't think
Yep.
the Americans bought it yet.
Exactly. They didn't buy it until Napoleon.
It's still a crocodile land.
Yeah, and that's also the reason. That's also one of the reasons why there's a lot of Acadians in the Caribbean, because a lot of those countries were also French colonies at the time, so they got shipped off to there too.
I must give the French credit for having like the how to put this correctly, like the most authentic cities in the American continent. Like besides like Boston and New York, there are like no English real cities that didn't like that has, like, a
Boston
real history.
XG. Boston XG, huh? Boston?
Yeah, Boston. Well, I mean, like if you look like American cities, like the ones that have like a real character that feel like a European city, where they don't feel like just square grids.
Where they don't
It-
have a
it is like-
character, it's like in their people, you know.
Well,
it's like
you have
New
to-
Orleans,
Well,
Boston, and like Montreal.
Well, yeah, like the original settlements, after like like the exploration of North America and the initial colonies, like the first like the first states in the United States, and upper and lower Canada and Canada, well, Ontario and Quebec, that stuff. Of course, they're the most European cities because they were founded by European settlers, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and they're like feels like a human could live there, not like a fucking New York. It's a fucking squares. Everything is squares and glass and concrete.
I don't know. When it comes to the roads, I kind of do miss the Calgary roads, because the Calgary was developed for the car, and everything is like in a right angle grid. Whereas if you go to like Halifax, I hate driving in Halifax. Jesus fuck, I hate driving in Halifax.
Fuck. Wrong layer again. Shit.
I mean, fair enough. I never seen a straight road in my whole life. So
There's a gay joke in here somewhere, Mr. Sweden.
I mean, there's a joke about
Swedish, yes.
There's a joke about roads being gay, I suppose, and like the real straight way to travel is by horse or boat, I guess. Maybe train. Airplanes are cool, of course.
As long as it's not a Boeing plane.
Yeah, I'd rather not. The worst flight experience I ever had was a Boeing 737. Felt like I would rather ride a bus. It felt like a bus. Ironically, the fucking, what is it? 474 is the Airbus, but that felt like an airplane. 737 just feels like a big bus. Fucking hated it.
I don't know. I've always hated flying, and that was even before they started falling apart. Like, I'm 6'4", and ever since like the airline industry was deregulated before I was born, so like I've never had a good flight experience, just because I'm literally like basketball player sardine.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. I just hate traveling. I just want it to
Oh.
go as quick as possible. So I like planes because of that.
Oh, mile short.
You don't sound black.
I don't think short sounds black even. He probably sounds like a fucking, he probably sounds French. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he doesn't sound black either, but I still like the mental image. The mental image of the Mud Hut witch doctor with an internet connection would always give me a chuckle.
I mean,
Okay,
he still might be a beach doctor, but
maybe.
yeah.
Okay, I know you guys didn't want to chit chat too long, and I'm actually running out of steam. I don't have nearly as much
Yeah.
energy as I thought I was going to.
See
I
you later,
actually
old
have to
man.
go to
Then.
sleep now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for showing up at all.
Stop.
No problem.
All right, thanks for coming. Take it easy. Later.